Don't copyright us, Fago. Come on. Soda.
No one does that.
It happens.
To who?
I don't know, Fago. Fago don't know me either, but that's the spy's point.
Let's get into Transformers Age of Extinction. Hey there guys, so today we're finishing up the Transformers review series leading up to The Last Night, which comes out next week. We are 1 week away from the most anticipated movie of the year for me and Mason. That might be his most anticipated movie to suck. So, yeah, I talked about the first movie, and then the third one, and then we're doing we did a funny bad of the second one, which we don't make any money off of, because it got demonetized.
Like almost every single other one.
Not Daredevil, though. We won Daredevil back. But so this one...
Only one.
This one,
we're... AVP, but
yeah,
that's because we used a certain...
Yeah, so we're starting we're gonna do a new type of format that's gonna be more like what we did with the Daredevil review.
Yes.
And hopefully that'll help make these a bit shorter and more, just able to avoid copyright. So,
cream soda. It's not sponsored.
Let's get into So, we start out in prehistoric times with the dinosaurs, and I'll give the movie this. The dinosaurs in this movie, they look scientifically accurate, but that still doesn't stop them from looking like crappy CGI. So, honestly, I don't hate that the dinosaurs went extinct because of the Transformers creators, or the Quintessons, if you're fans of the 80s Transformers. But what? That's what they're called.
No, I put my leg up and you're just staring at my leg now. It's just like, and still talking, just staring. Why did you do that?
Because I was scared. Let's just redo that part. So, it was kind of cool that the Quintessons destroyed the dinosaurs, but also, someone pointed this out in a comment section recently, that, literally every Transformers movie extends the amount of time that the Transformers have been on Earth. To the point where I think it's going to be like Transformers 6 is literally going to be that the Transformers caused the Big Bang and created the universe as a whole. Which would be impossible because, you know, the universe would have had to have been created first in order for life to be created in it, but these movies don't care about logic.
Is there a universe in like our universe?
Yeah. Well, the
universe is just the universe. Oh no, there's just like different galaxies. Yeah, it's not like the Milky Way galaxy. Yeah, no, they're in a way different galaxy than us, but same universe because everything's in the same universe. But the Big Bang didn't make the universe, did it? Yeah, it did. I thought it just made the galaxy. No, the Big Bang was the creation of the entire universe as a whole. Check it. Science. Fact check. So. If that's right, then yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
So we get introduced to Mark Wahlberg in this movie, who is playing Cade Yeager, and I'll give this movie this movie sucks pretty bad, but I'll give it this. Mark Wahlberg is the best part. So Mark Wahlberg is hands down the best part of this movie. He is the only one who commits to the fact that he knows that this movie is a piece of garbage. And he is just... seems like he's having a lot of fun with it.
I don't see anything I'm doing right now.
What? Okay. But so we get introduced to some of the supporting characters as well. It's T.J. Miller as his his employee, and then the chick from The Last Airbender as his daughter. So her acting has not gotten any better since The Last Airbender. But yeah, so she's in this movie. And then we get this scene of what is actually pretty creepy, considering the fact that the character is supposed to be 17 years old.
Your shorts are shrinking by the second, okay? Cold War air dry, please. I think she looks hot. What did you say? Like a hot teenager. Oh, it's a teenager thing that makes it better. Thanks. It didn't sound...
So yeah, thanks Michael Bay for giving us pedophilia jokes in our Fighting Robots movie. Because that's what we want to think about.
That's totally what everyone paid for.
That's what everyone paid for. We didn't want to see fighting Transformers. We wanted to see an over-sexualized 17-year-old who, if you're a parent going to see this movie, then either you're taking your son or daughter who is probably around the same age, so that's kind of creepy. This just got real. So Mark Wahlberg and unfunny T.J. Miller. I hate that this movie did that, because I like T.J. Miller, but they made him unfunny in this movie.
He's not funny.
He's not funny at all.
He made very funny bad jokes.
He didn't even make funny bad jokes. He just made bad jokes.
Bad jokes. Damn.
Yeah.
I almost made a joke there.
No, but so they find this truck, and then he buys it, and then they take it back, and then he goes and looks through it, and he like hooks it to a car battery, and then we get this trailer scene.
I don't think it's a truck at all. I think we're just on the Transformers.
So Marky Mark finds Optimus Prime, and here's the best thing about this movie, besides Mark Wahlberg. Call back to G1. I think I'm speaking for myself here, but I can also probably speak for Mason by saying that we are both big fans of G1 Transformers.
Yep, those are the cool ones.
Those are the cool ones.
The best ones.
The best ones. And so it was kind of cool to see the Optimus Prime in his like rusty evasion mode form is a callback to the G1 style truck. It's just you wouldn't even be able to tell because it was so rusty. And
yeah, way too rusty and dusty.
It was just it was just like an off reddish brown color. You couldn't even tell if it was red and blue like the G1 version.
Yeah, you could at least give us a little bit of that.
But the toy version was red and blue like the G1 version.
Hey.
And I bought the toy. And
shout out to all those cool toys out there.
Yeah, the best parts of these movies. I keep saying that.
Don't get used to saying best parts when in Transformers in the same sentence, because that's not going to happen throughout the rest of this. Trust me.
The best three things about this Transformers movie was the toys, Mark Wahlberg, and G1 Optimus. So, Optimus Prime literally goes from being like, I'm gonna kill you, and then he's just, in 5 seconds...
Such a mood change.
In 5 seconds, he's just like, I owe you a debt.
You are my debt.
You just tried to kill him, like, literally 5 freaking seconds ago.
I'm pretty sure the only reason you wanted to kill him was because of them in the first place, so I mean...
But so...
Just back to square one, I guess.
So Kelsey Grammer's in this movie. He sends his whole team of douchebags in sunglasses to find Optimus Prime, and they threaten his daughter, and he has this really stupid line where Mark Wahlberg, he tells his men to search the house, and then Mark Wahlberg's like, hey, you can't do that. Hey, you can't do that. You don't have a warrant. And he just goes, my face is my warrant.
My face is my warrant.
And they're just okay with that.
And it's just like,
okay,
alright.
This dude must have a pretty...
I guess it's legal.
No, but so Optimus Prime comes out, he starts killing the dudes, and he saves Marky Mark, and then they go and they're like hiding out in this abandoned gas station store thing, and while they're in there, we get this is just a great scene to stop the whole movie for. So, we get introduced to Mark Wahlberg's daughter's boyfriend, who is 20. His daughter is 17, and the boyfriend is 20. And we get this explanation of why it's legal. They couldn't have just made the boyfriend also 17, or at least like 18. They had to have a scene where they could clearly, explicitly explain why it's legal for this 20-year-old to be in a relationship with a 17-year-old.
Why would you do that?
So here it is.
Why would you even attempt?
Here it is.
How old are you? 20. She's a 17-year-old girl. So we can work this two ways. One, I punch you right in the mouth and you call the police on me. Or two, I just call the cops on you because this is illegal. She's a minor. We'll protect her by the Romeo and Juliet laws. We dated for a little while. I was a sophomore and he was a senior. It's fine. No, it's not fine. We've got a pre-existing juvenile foundation relationship. Statute 2705-3. What? Texas statute? Is that a real law? Yep.
The Romeo and Juliet laws. There is a Texas statute that says that if you start dating someone in high school and you're older than them, it's okay to keep dating after high school.
Did not pay for this crap.
Well, you didn't. Like, I'm the one that brought the DVD over.
People don't go to see this movie for this crap. No one wants to know this. Nobody cares. Nobody wants it. They just want to see the robot.
Why did they make the boyfriend 20? That's my question.
You could have made him like 2 years younger or 1 year younger.
You could have made him at least 18. Whereas then,
gotten away with
it's okay, because there are a lot of seniors in high school who are 18.
Yeah, they would have
that would have been okay. They could have made him 17. That would have been perfect. 17-year-old dating a 17-year-old, that's perfect! But no! Because Michael Bay wants to be like, hey, Michael Bay wanted to be like, hey, it's okay, there is a law that says that if you start dating in high school, you can be 20 years old and be able to bang a 17-year-old. It's okay. They would have had to have started dating when she was like a freshman.
Wish this was alcohol.
Wait, let's do the math here. She's 17, he's 20. There's a 3-year age difference. They would have started dating when he was a freshman. Or when she was a freshman in high school. And he was a senior.
That makes it disgusting.
Well, it doesn't make it disgusting, it just makes it a little awkward.
It makes it incredibly awkward.
Or maybe they started dating when he was a freshman in high school and she was a 6th grader.
Oh no! Oh god! No! That's horrible.
So we're gonna skip into the plot. We're gonna skip into the plot a little bit. The Autobots get together, and there's Bumblebee, Hound, Drift, and Crosshairs. And then they go to KSI, which is a company that helped rebuild Chicago after the 3rd movie.
It's also a YouTube camera.
Shut up. So they go to the headquarters, and we get introduced to Stanley Tucci, who, if you know me, you know I love Stanley Tucci. They tried so hard to make Stanley Tucci like John Turturro's character in the first 3 movies. And if you know John Turturro's character in the first 3 movies, you know why that's a bad thing. Luckily, they failed. Because Stanley Tucci has a way of bringing a certain comedy and charisma to his roles. I like Stanley Tucci. I liked Stanley Tucci in this movie. He wasn't the best part by far. He wasn't even a very good part, but he was decent. Which, in this movie, is the best you can hope for, is just decent. But so then we get this hilarious freak-out scene, though.
Why can't we make what we want to make the way we want to make it? Why?
This ship comes down, and they go on the ship because Optimus and his daughter get kidnapped, so then Mark Wahlberg finds this alien sword gun thing, and then we get this stupid line.
Just because toys.
Just because toys. They didn't even make a toy of it. But here we go. Just because toys. But they had... This had to be a part of the movie, right here.
I'm still gonna patent this ship.
So then we get... What is
Again.
Honestly...
Again. Wish this was alcohol.
We get what is probably...
Need it for this movie.
We get what is probably one of the cooler parts of this movie, but still not that good.
That's a horrible joke, I'm wondering.
The Dinobots!
We're going to prove who we are and why we're here. You just want to die for the night. That's leadership. We're brainwashing us something. No. That's Optimus Prime. Autobots, we charge together.
Michael Bay has famously said that he never wanted to do Dinobots in one of his Transformers movies because he thought they were stupid.
He's making movies about giant Transformers. Giant robots.
But so we get Dinobots, and we get this actually pretty cool shot, even though Grimlock is kind of a wuss character in this movie. But we get this cool shot.
Of course he's a wuss. Of course. Why wouldn't Grimlock want to be kind of a wuss?
Literally, Optimus Prime just had to smash him on the face with a shield once.
Seriously.
And then he's just like,
Grimlock
I will do whatever you say.
Grimlock has to be like the fiercest one of the original. Right next to Optimus, he's like one of the fiercest. He's a freaking dinosaur, for crying out loud. Are you kidding me?
So then we get we're. By the way, this last third act part takes place in Hong Kong.
For some random.
Because they want to appeal to the Chinese audience, because movies like this make money in China. This movie made $1 billion because of China. So of course they made.
China likes giant things that kill stuff.
China just likes big, loud movies. I mean, Terminator Genesis, Warcraft. Those movies were both really successful because of China. I like Terminator Genesis. I've not seen Warcraft yet, but I like Terminator Genesis, but it doesn't change the fact that it's only successful because of China. But so we get our final fight, and it's kind of decent, I guess.
As of every Transformers movie, they can do good with the robot fighting, but nothing good on anything else.
And then we get the final scene setting up for the movie that we're all eagerly anticipating, Transformers: The Last Night. We get our little scene of setup right here.
There are mysteries to the universe we will never manage to solve. But who we are and why we are here, not among them. Those answers we carry inside. I am Optimus Prime.
So Optimus Prime's in space, and he can fly now on his own. He needed a jetpack in the third movie.
They don't need to explain that, apparently.
And he didn't do it throughout the rest of the movie. It literally is one of the laziest things.
Just say, guys, he can fly now.
But anyways, that's Transformers: Age of Extinction, and what do we think of it? It freaking sucks! Sorry, I'm getting loud. I'm getting a little loud. This movie sucks.
It's absolutely horrible.
Okay, this movie has some redeeming factors.
I'm not gonna lie, I did get a little heated.
This movie does have some redeeming factors. The toy line is very decent. No, honestly, this movie does have a couple of redeeming factors. Mark Wahlberg is always a likable presence in movies.
Oh.
That's how I feel about that movie.
Excuse you. Like, even in The Happening, Mark Wahlberg was an entertaining presence. He always is a very good actor in movies, even if he's not in the best movies, except The Happening. And Stanley Tucci does a good job pulling off an entertaining-ish character. The action is all pretty good. The CGI effects are alright. But everything else is just horrible. There's something we didn't even touch on in this whole review that I'm surprised we didn't touch on. Galvatron. Galvatron is in this movie. Are you done?
No.
So, Galvatron is in the movie. Galvatron is in this movie, and he is the worst character. He's basically just Megatron all over again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because they used Megatron's brain to study it.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I absolutely friggin' hate about this. Just kill Megatron when you kill him!
Exactly! If you're gonna kill Megatron, kill him!
You don't have to bring him back 4 more times!
And now he's gonna be in Transformers The Last Night, and he's just Megatron again. He's not Galvatron. But then again, I'm kind of gonna chalk that up to time travel stuff. And the time hopping stuff they're doing in the movie. But still!
No. Just no!
Just leave him dead.
That's, okay.
Then again, his
whenever
his
time
design
travel
is
is introduced to a movie that doesn't need time travel to begin with, you know they've run out of ideas. That's how you know.
His design is pretty cool in The Last Night, though, I'm not gonna lie.
Shut up.
But I think,
I don't care.
I think this movie has a lot of big flaws, major narrative issues, character issues, coherency issues. It's way too long. I got bored while watching it very quickly.
Exactly. Yeah, this is the one thing
Yeah,
okay.
these movies
and it's shot very like a drunk guy, okay? Who the heck shot this? Like the robot stuff is always well shot, but
the human stuff is
like
awful.
the beginning of the movie. They're looking up. They're not.
Yeah, they got like up Dutch angles that are tilted upwards. I
don't want to see that.
It's a stupid shot to
It's like they purposely got their bad angle.
But yeah, so as a movie in general, I am going to give Transformers The Last Night a D+. There are some redeeming elements of this movie, but not enough for me to say I like it. The only reason I find entertainment with watching this is because I do like Mark Wahlberg as a character actor, and I think he is easily the best actor in this movie. He really does give it his all, and he is way better than this movie deserves. But I still like watching him, and any time that he or a Transformer is on screen in this movie, it's entertaining for the most part, and I will say that. So, I can't quite say I hate this movie, but I can't say that I like it either. But as a funny bad, I'm gonna give it a B. Not a lot of roast material with this one, but where there is roast material, it's there.
Yeah, and as a movie for me, it's just hilarious at this point. As a movie for me, no, F. It's an F. I absolutely hate that. Absolutely. Mark Wahlberg is good. I'll give you that. He is good in this movie. He gave it his all.
He's the only good part of it. But the movie around him is
around him is bad. He tries.
He really does.
He legitimately tries,
and that's
but
the saddest
he can't
part.
save it.
That's the saddest part. He tries to save the movie, but he just falls too short.
Yeah, he can't do it. But as a movie, it's just an F for me. I don't like it. And as a funny bad, whew, it's like a B.
Yeah,
it's a B.
See, I think there's a little more redeeming factors to the movie. I think the action with the Transformers is still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a couple of the characters are alright. I like, again, Mark Wahlberg. I like Stanley Tucci, but everything else around them is just pretty bad. Kelsey Grammer is in this movie for no reason. Dude was freaking Fraser Crane, and now he's in this. But hey, the Bumblebee movie is gonna be good, right? Alright. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let us know in the comments what you think of Transformers Age of Extinction, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.